Before I begin, I would like to again acknowledge that we are standing on stolen land of the Wurundjeri people and the Kulin Nation, and I would like to pay respects to elders past, present, and any emerging. First off, I would also like to thank the City of Yarra, specifically Yarra Libraries, and of course Teddy Darling, whom without we would not be gathered here. Today is a day to remember, to reflect and mourn those who've come before. However, today is also a day to commemorate and celebrate the trans family who've paved the way. The activists and artists, the brother boys and sister girls, the drug dealers and sex workers, those who have lived the experience before us. These streets we walk are covered in blood and sacrifice. Unjust sacrifice forced by police brutality, frightful men too scared to love us, and a glaring racial prejudice in this country. Before I was born, there was an epidemic that took queer lives on a mass scale every single day. Our community mourned together as every person knew someone who died from the AIDS epidemic. Preventable medical solutions could have been made much faster, but due to a lack of legislation and anti-queer dogma, the virus became a pandemic and eventually an epidemic. We still are recovering from the AIDS crisis, and to anyone here who is a survivor or mourns a lost one, I give you my strength and my love. I'm going to share a story, and I'm sorry to say it is not a happy one. On a spring Tuesday a couple of years ago, on the way to a French class, I was told a friend from a former drama school had died. Not just died, but in fact committed suicide. At 15 years old and never experiencing death before, I didn't know how to process this, and still don't, to be honest. As we hadn't spoken in over a year, there were parts of my friend's life I didn't know about. In particular, that they had begun to identify as gender diverse. It broke me to think that maybe there was someone struggling with something that I could relate to and I could have helped. This is who I'm remembering today. This is who I remember every single day. Mental health and safety is astonishingly scary amongst queer youth in particular, and it is not being taken seriously. In young trans circles, we relate and bond over this crisis, but that does not stray from the fact that we have all lost somebody who should be here today. So stand together, talk and bond with your community. Today, we are here for each other and those who couldn't be. Thank you.
Before you go, Quinn, would you feel comfortable telling everyone how old you are?
I'm 17.
To be so articulate, so wise, so contributive, so talented at 17, it fills me with pride that you are able to come and share with us. I'm so privileged to know you. Thank you so much.